Friends, I am Dr. Sujit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Sign symptoms and uses of Homeo-Remedy Baryta Carb. Full name Baryta Carbonica. Short name Baryta Carb. Common name Barium carbonate. Source compound chemical world. Therapeutic uses of Baryta Carb. Affections of central nervous system such as apoplexy, brain disorder, memory disorder, etc. Glandular swelling, piles, aneurysm, heart disorders, disorders of alimentary canal, disorders of throat like quinsy, tonsillitis, etc., dwarfism, and others. Spheres of action of Baryta Carb. Acts upon glandular system causing hypertrophy and inflammation. Muscular coat of heart, blood vessels causing arteriosclerosis, high blood pressure in old age, degenerative changes in infancy causing dwarfism, and others. Constitution of Baryta Carb. Makeup of the body of Baryta Carb specially suited to infants suffering from cretinism with swollen abdomen, puffy face, enlarged glands, thick lips, and idiotic appearance. Old, weak, fatty persons with childlike behavior. Temperament of Baryta Carb. Melancholic. Miasms of Baryta Carb. Sora in backdrop. Diathesis scrofulous. Mental generals of Baryta Carb. Slow, shaggy, silly, and backward mentality. Childish and thoughtless behaviors. Timid, shy of strangers, bad memory, forgets her errand. Thinks his legs are cut off and he is walking on his knees. Children do not want to play, sit in corners doing nothing, whining and groaning moods. Think they are being laughed at or made objects of fun. Hide behind furniture and keep hands over face, peeping through the fingers. Cannot remember and learn their lessons. Diseducating child or children. Talking mania during menses in young girls. Idiocy, loss of self-confidence. Physical generals of Baryta Carb. This remedy has marked influence on the growth of children and old people. Growth of children retarded both physically and mentally. They are dull, apathetic, marasmic. Constant inclination to lie down, sit or lean on something. They show tendency to enlargement and induration of glands like cervical, tonsillar, while catching cold easily. Old persons become childish in behavior and attitude. Old persons' behavior become childish and behavior in attitude. Look at this figure. Senility comes early with degenerative changes in heart, brain, vascular change for old persons, senior persons. Symptoms occurring in single parts like paralysis, numbness, burning sensation, vascular softening and dilatation, aneurysm, ruptures, apoplexy, cysts, sarcoma, lipoma. Emaciation of persons who were well nourished, sleepiness, weariness on slightest exertion. There are some new terms are here, such as lipoma. Lipoma means tumor of fatty tissue. Sarcoma is cancer of connective tissue. Cyst is very soft tumor. Apoplexy, just some sort of nervous system disease. Aneurysm, where the artery swells like a balloon. This vascular softening and dilatations. This is a look of the Baryta Carb child. General modalities of Baryta Carb: words, company, while thinking of symptoms, cold, damp, cold to feet and head, lying on painful parts, left side, odors, heat of sun, heat of stove, raising arms, eating. Better, cold foods, warm wraps, when alone. Head symptoms of Baryta Carb. Vertigo of old people with nausea, worse from stooping. When lifting arm, brain feels loose, better from cold air. Baldness of head, baldness of vertex. Picture 1. When on scalp, heavy pressure on eyes, dry eruptions on moist crusts on scalp, stitching pain when standing in sun. Eye symptoms of Baryta Carb. Pressure in deep eyes felt better when looked downward. Light dazzles, cornea opaque. Lid granular thickened, fiery sparks before eyes in dark. Picture 2. Ear symptoms of Baryta Carb. Crackling noise in ears, worse when swallowing, walking. Hardness of hearing. Eruptions on ear lobules or lobes. Glands around ears swollen and painful. Nose symptoms of Baryta Carb. Coryza with swelling of upper lip and nose. Sensation of smoke in nose. Discharge of thick yellow mucus. Scabs around wings of nose. Epistaxis. Epistaxis means nose bleeding. Face symptoms of Baryta Carb. Pale and puffed. Sensation of cobweb. Cobweb is the net that created by spiders are called cobweb. The sensation of cobweb on the face is a very important symptom. Upper lips swollen, lips pendulous. Mouth symptoms of Baryta Carb. Tongue weak, paralyzed, hard in old people, cannot speak. Burning, soreness and vesicles under the tongue. Toothache worse before menses. Whole mouth filled up with vesicles. Saliva runs out while asleep. Fetor oris. Fetor oris is bad breath. Unnoticed by himself. That is, the patient doesn't know that there is very fetid bad breath in his mouth. He doesn't know or she doesn't know. Sometimes the patient himself knows it and people around him also feel. Now here the people around him or her feel it, but she or he doesn't know. Frequent and considerable bleeding from gums. Throat symptom of Baryta Carb. Tonsils affected by every cold. Worse during menses. Chronic quinsy. Enlarged tonsil. Quinsy, I have seen a picture here, quinsy. This is quinsy. Quinsy means boil on the tonsil. Tonsil is pretty swollen and there are another over and above it formation of boil. This is called quinsy, heavy painful disease. And Baryta Carb generally is a chronic patient of tonsils. Spasms of esophagus. As soon as food enters in esophagus, it was food tube through which the food from mouth reaches stomach. Esophagus causing gagging and choking. As soon as food enters esophagus, cause gagging and choking. Pain in throat worse from empty swallowing. Can swallow liquid only. Sudden water brush. Water brush means actually waters, that's acidic water coming in the throat. That is called water brush. Much burning in throat. Throat troubles from overuse of voice. Submaxillary glands swollen. Submaxillary glands swollen. You know, in our mouth there are 3 pairs of salivary glands. The first one is parotid gland, just situated in front and below of our ears. Then come submaxillary. Submaxillary means also it is known as submandibular. It is situated in the side of mandible. And last one situated in the below our tongue. This is called sublingual. They are paired glands. They are salivary gland. While we take food, this saliva comes out from these glands and moist it and helps in partial digestion of the food. Stomach symptoms of Baryta Carb: hungry but refuse to take food, aversion to sweet fruits, sudden disgust while eating, dyspepsia of young masturbators or dyspepsia with seminal emission, pain while fasting or after eating, weak digestion of old people with probable malignancy. Malignancy means probably some sort of cancer in the stomach. Better from cold food. It is a very important symptom. Better from cold food. Malignant tumors also feel better when it is in touch with cold food. Abdomen symptoms of Baryta Carb: hard, tense, tender and distended abdomen with emaciation of body. Diarrhea with lumbar ache. You know lumbar region in our back portion, the total from cervical, then thoracic, then lumbar. These are the various vertebrae. So lumbar ache, that is position lumbar. Again, stool may be hard, knotty. That is, stool is here is diarrhea. Again, hard, knotty may be there. While turning in bed, sensation as if intestines were falling from one side to another. Piles protrude whilst urinating. Piles protrude while urinating. Crawling in rectum, oozing from anus. Child hungry but refused food. Mesenteric glands hard and swollen. Mesenteric gland, I have given you an image, but image is not so prominent. Actually, I couldn't find from the internet. Whatever I find is this. I will just explain it. Mesentery, first you must know what is mesentery. Mesentery is the umbrella-like structure which holds the intestine. Throughout the whole intestine, in our abdomen there is about, it's called 20 cubit long intestines, and this small intestine, large intestine. All this intestine is the whole intestine is held by a umbrella-like structure. It's called mesentery. On the mesentery, there are thousands of lymph glands. These glands are hard and swollen. These are called actually lymphadenitis. This is in general tubercular in origin. Tubercular in origin, and if this is this tubercular relates to this, this is called all this intestine. This is also known as abdominal tuberculosis. And in abdominal, for Baryta Carb is very good medicines. So mesenteric lymph gland hard swollen, that is lymphadenitis of mesentery. Urinary symptoms of Baryta Carb: frequent urination, cannot retain urine, burning in urethra, urine dark and scanty. Male genital symptoms of Baryta Carb: genital flabby, feels numb with enlarged prostate, testicles indurated, impotency, premature emission, falling asleep during coition, painful nodes in breast of old fat men, not women but men. Female genital symptoms of Baryta Carb: menses scanty, lasts only one day. Before menses, pain in stomach and lumbar region. Genitals feel numb. Amenorrhea, that is stop of menstruation. Leukorrhea just before menses. Dwindling of ovary and mammary glands. Dwindling means drying up. Respiratory symptoms of Baryta Carb: paralytic aphonia. Aphonia means loss of voice from paralysis of maybe voice box. Asthma of old people, worse from wet warm weather. Larynx felt as if smoke were inhaled. Lung felt full of smoke. Larynx, this is the image of larynx. Larynx is situated at the top of the windpipe. These are the two flaps through which sound comes. When we speak, we sing, we talk, we make sound. These two flaps does everything. Cough worse in presence of strangers, eating warm foods. Chronic bronchitis, dry suffocative cough in old people, full of mucus but cannot be expectorated from weakness. See, the bronchitis. Bronchitis term has come from bronchus. Now this is healthy bronchus. Look, the lumen, how much the lumen. Now it is bronchitis. The lumen is constricted because the wall is inflamed and full of mucus. So air passage is shortened, thereby causing respiratory difficulties. This is bronchitis. When bronchus, due to relative pathology in bronchus, bronchitis. When the pathology in the pneumons, that is alveoli, then it is bronchitis. Then it is, pneumonia. When the trouble is in the pneumons, that is alveoli, then it is chronic pneumonia. It is chronic bronchitis when the bronchus is involved. These are the two difference. Clinical difference are also there because pneumonia is much more severe, serious disease compared to bronchitis. In pneumonia, the patient will be feeling chill and it's severe dyspnea compared to chronic bronchitis. More than dyspnea in bronchitis is less. In pneumonia, it is much more, and there are other serious symptoms of pneumonia. Also, the face may be bluish. The patient may feel almost going to faint. That is more serious disease, pneumonia. Heart symptoms of Baryta Carb. Cardiac symptom after suppressed foot sweat or after masturbation. Palpitation and distress in the region of heart lying on left side. Palpitation felt in heart. Pulse slow, small, blood pressure high. Arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis is pathology within the artery. See, this is an artery, normal artery. Now when the artery wall, there is accumulation of semi-solid substances like cholesterol. Within the cholesterol are trapped various types of other cells like calcium, fibrin, so many, and layers are generated on the wall. Thereby, the lumen of the artery is minimized. This is called arteriosclerosis. This leads to serious complication when happens in brain or in heart. In case of brain, it is stroke. In case of heart, it is heart attack due to arteriosclerosis. This is very important pathology. Next symptoms of Baryta Carb, neck and back. Glands swollen in nape and occiput. Now what is nape? The term nape, you see this nape here. This is anatomy of head. This is top, parietal ridge, crown, occipital bone. Then after occipital bone, it is the nape. That is just above our neck region. This is called nape of the neck. This is very sensitive area. Very sensitive area. Fatty tumors in neck, chronic torticollitis. Torticollitis, you see, this is torticollitis, this is also torticollitis. Torticollitis means inflammation of neck muscles so that the neck is tilted to one side. Neck is tilted to, it may be in newborn babies or also in aged person. This is some sort of problematic disease because one cannot move head fluently, or rather obstructed. The movement of the head is also obstructed due to this torticollitis. Extremity symptom Baryta Carb. Fingers, hip limbs feel numb. Trembling of feet, trembling of hands while writing. Soles feet hot or bruised at night during sleep. Numbness from knees to scrotum. Better while sitting. Cold, foul, foot sweat. Pain in deltoid. Worse from raising arms. Now this is the deltoid muscles. This is deltoid muscles. And skin symptoms Baryta Carb. Warts, acne, cyst, lipoma, burning sarcoma. These are actually, sarcoma means cancer. It's a very dangerous disease as well as cancer, and sarcoma. Cancer is called carcinoma. Sarcoma is actually soft tissue, soft connective tissue cancer. That is called sarcoma. Now what are the tissues you see here? Nerve tissue, lymph vessels, blood vessels. This is probably intestinal fat tissue, and this is muscle tissue. These are all soft tissues. Cancer may be all of these structures, and that cancer is called sarcoma. Carcinoma is actually epithelial cells, mucous membrane like this thing. Sleep symptoms of Baryta Carb: talk in sleep. Old man is talking in sleep, not children. Awakes frequently, feels hot, twitching during sleep. This is a picture of sarcoma of breast in a male person. Sarcoma of breast in a male person. Mind it, this is a malignant, that is, malignant means which disease kills the man. That is malignant. This is cyst. This is lipoma. Lipoma means tumor of fat. Cyst, within cyst there is fluid. If you touch the cyst, you will feel that there is something like watery thing inside the sac. Lipoma, fibroma are always seen over the skin. One can touch and the doctors can say what is it is it lipoma or is it fibroma. Lipoma is much more softer than fibroma. Fibroma is a little bit harder, but an expert hand can say that it is lipoma or it is fibroma. And cyst is always very much soft, filled with water like tumor. Fever symptoms of Baryta Carb: flashes of heat, more at night, sweat and single parts like one hand, one foot, one side of body, face, etc. Fetid sweat of feet, worse in presence of other. Complementary food, complementary medicines: antium-tart, dalcamara, surinam, silesia. Related medicines: califos phoricum, the scallium phosphoricum, full name, lycopodium, medorinum, pulsatilla, sepia, tuberculinum. You see, actually, Baryta Carb is really a tough medicine to study and treat also. A lot of symptoms are there. A lot of symptoms. I see how big the video has become, almost more than 20 minutes. But what can be done? I cannot help it, because I have to keep only the essential symptom. Yet it is so long. Anyway, thanks for listening and viewing. Any problem, write down in the comment section. I would certainly respond.